Don't worry, guys. I'm back in my normal wears right now. Oh, yeah, I've worn this a bunch of times, yeah. I felt like wearing red today, so, yeah, why not? We're red today. So, can I just say that my low was, I'm so sad that yesterday ended? Because that's pretty much how I'm feeling. Everything else yesterday was absolutely, it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. And I can't really say anything more. I don't mind the sort of hissing and wheezing in the background. I'm trying to boil something, or trying to, cook a little something. It's one of those things you gotta boil, and you know what they say, a watch pot never boils. So, don't worry. If you hear any like clicking and clattering, then you'll know I gotta either turn it down or turn it off. Don't worry though, it's cool. So my high was, well, I mean, yeah, I could simply just say it was becoming a godfather yesterday, of course. But there's much more to it than that. I didn't just become a godfather. I became a godfather being surrounded by wonderful friends and relatives who, who love me. And, I love them. And, yes, obviously at the end of the day, it is about my 3 nephews. I'm never taking that away from them. But whether you were the one being baptized, whether the person is getting baptized or they're becoming a godparent, it's just being surrounded by that group of people. That is what makes it special for me. So that's how I see it. And obviously I did have an act of kindness, and as such, my act of kindness was during the, because I actually got there early, because if you know me, you know I'm always prompt at like everything. So I got to the church incredibly early, and the priest asked if I could help him with stuff, and sure, I mean, it's a priest. If a priest asks you for assistance, you should. Plus, I've known the priest for, ever since he arrived in the area, so, he's a good guy. So, there you go. With that said, good morning, and happy Sunday, everyone. So, well, I suppose I could begin from the beginning, seeing as how, it was a big morning, and I did say that after I was done making my video, I was going to immediately head over to the church, which is exactly what I did. I get there early, I'm the only one in the building, and then outside I can actually hear my family walking in, like from outside of the building. Yeah, I love my godmother, and she was there too, but she can be kind of loud sometimes in a funny way. So I'm like, yep, they're here. So, I get in the chapel, we're all sitting together, and most of us are coming in. And then, the priest walks up, and he notices I'm sitting in my normal seat. And, he asked if I could help him with a few things, and, of course I did. Not much, just helping him light a candle that's, like, really, really tall. Bring this one giant bowl that you put the holy water in for, obviously the baptism itself. Stuff like that. I got to see family and friends. It was wonderful. We had the ceremony. It was, short, sweet, to the point. And sometimes you can actually have this during like an actual church service, but, it was my brother and sister-in-law's call, so they wanted to keep it, simple, keep it between, family and stuff, small group, my family on my mom's side, and my sister-in-law's family on really her mom's side too. But yeah, it was a wonderful day. I got to see some old friends again. I got to see my sister-in-law's brother, who actually just recently got married last September in Minnesota. Yeah, they live out in Minnesota, Minneapolis specifically. So I hear Minneapolis, beautiful town. Then again, as a fan of Andrew Zimmern, you're not going to become a fan of Andrew Zimmern without hearing the words Minneapolis or Minnesota. You're not going to become a fan of Andrew Zimmern unless you hear without hearing the words Minneapolis or Minnesota. Thank you. That's how it goes. So there you go. It was very wonderful. And then, I got to be because the youngest one, the youngest of my nephews, I became the godfather to, and his godmother was my sister-in-law's sister. She's actually a really good basketball player. And I believe she's trying to, I know she just recently either took her LSATs or passed her LSATs. She's becoming a lawyer, so, that's cool. Right on, do what you gotta do. And then my cousins, one of my cousins couldn't make it, so my uncle had to step in for said cousin, because, it was that cousin's father, obviously. And my cousin from Colorado, they took the other nephew, and, there you go. There was 3 godchildren, 6 godparents. It was a wonderful morning. Lots and lots of pictures were taken. Of course, unfortunately, here's the thing. You probably noticed at this point, I only take photos of food. That's really because my family is a little bit, kind of private, and I try and respect that. So that's why that's why I try and take pictures of food, because you at least have an idea of who the food was for at the very least, as well as some of those very people there did make the food, so that is also very good. Speaking of food, man, when we got to after the ceremony, there was a brief recess. So we all went to the hotel that some of my family was staying at. We got some Dunkin' Donuts, we got some coffee, stuff like that. And then we went over to my brother's place for, brunch. And man, we had a lot of food. There was fruit salad, regular salad, pigs in a blanket, a charcuterie board, miniature egg quiches, shrimp and cocktail sauce. And I don't think I've really ever explained this very much, but my sister-in-law is half Filipino, making my nephew's quarter Filipino, and on her mom's side. And we had a few traditional Filipino fare, such as pancit, which is, it's pancit, that's it, pancit, that's what's called, pancit. It's spelled P-A-N-C-I-T. So it's spelled differently than how it's pronounced. But it's a rice noodle dish. It was very good. Roasted pork. It came with 2 different sauces. One soy sauce, vinegar, garlic clove sauce, very thin and light. And there was another that was sort of sweet, kind of jammy. That was very good. But I have to highlight what I feel is something that needs no introduction. That is my sister-in-law's mother's homemade egg rolls. Folks, let me tell you something. It's pretty hard to find a bad egg roll, obviously, because egg rolls are awesome. Whether they're homemade or, I'll get one from takeout. Sure, why not? Those are good. But let me tell you, my sister-in-law's mother makes the best egg rolls ever. It is not up for discussion. They're that good. I probably had she probably made I don't know, 7 or 8 dozen. I know for a fact I at least had about 8 of them. They're pretty small, but there's a lot of people, there's a lot there. So You know, and there's like this little special duck sauce that she has with it. I forget what brand it is, but it's not the normal brand. This has like bits of carrot and chili pepper and stuff like that. It's very, very good. And for dessert, I mentioned the fruit salad, but there was also homemade cutouts, courtesy of a friend that my grandmother knows. Here's that. If you've ever been to Wegmans, think of the Wegmans cutouts. Only the cookies are a lot smaller, thicker. One moment, please. Starting to boil a little bit. Hold on. There we go. Just had to lower the temperature a little bit. So, where was I? Oh, right. In case you guys are wondering, I'm just boiling some vegetables right now. Not much, just a little bit of a cabbage, some onions, and some carrots. What can I say? You guys know me, I love my veggies. It's good for you. It smells awesome in here too. Although I think it's because I used a red onion. Red onions are usually pretty good. Oh, really? Really? All onions are good. I love onions. I love all onions. Onions are delicious. Anyway, so I mentioned the cutouts, which, again, if you've ever had Wegmans cutouts, they're like little circles about, actually, I want to say they're about, I'd say, like, my hand is like they can fit into the palm of my hand like this. So fairly, actually, maybe a little bit smaller, like kind of like that, kind of. But that's how big they are. And there's like a lot more frosting on them. Oh, they're awesome. But no kidding. I mentioned the Filipino stuff. Yesterday was my first time trying anything that's ube flavored. Now, if you don't know what ube is, it's a Filipino food that is essentially a purple potato, kind of like starchy and everything. But the way that these were prepared, like obviously there's a little bit of like a doughy, starchy consistency is what ube is supposed to be. But there was also some sweetness, some vanilla in there. Obviously, there had to be sugar because it was a cookie. An ube cookie, so there of course there has to be sugar in there. Obviously, a little bit of butter for some moisture. It was good. I think I'm ready to say I'm a fan of ube now. So that was great. And then after that was all done, we all went off to do our own thing. Some of us went for walks. I went back here, got some different clothes on, took a little bit of a nap, and then we all got to church at 5 in Corning. And then after church, we did my mom was planning this from the very beginning, but she wanted to get a Neilio's pizza for everyone, which I finally got pictures of, by the way, of a Neilio's pizza, which I've said this before, I'll say it again. Neilio's, they come to mind first and foremost when I think of pizza at all in my area. They're the best, for sure. Love Neilio's. I love Vincenzo's. Vincenzo's is good too, but we're in Corning, so we're in Neilio's territory. Atlas in Corning is also very good too. And Rico's. And Parties. There we go. So we got Neilio's pizza, and we kept it small. We got a couple salads. And that's actually one flaw Neilio's has. They don't serve wings. They have chicken wing pizza, but they don't have wings. They refuse to have a deep fryer back there. I don't know. But I can tell you that the salad was good, but the two pizzas we got, because, we got extra cheese, because one thing, my father, he'll have extra cheese. Pretty much that's his go-to. He'll have other toppings too. But if everyone wants extra cheese, you'll be like, yeah, let's just get extra cheese. So we got extra cheese because a lot of people want extra cheese. And I actually suggested that we get Emilio's house special, which is a pizza that has pepperoni, mushrooms, sausage, peppers, and onions. So good. Kept it simple. It was good. It was all very good. And then we got to go because we had the pizza at my brother's place, and we had the pizza at my folks' place in Big Flats. But then we went back to Corny anyway, which don't know why we just didn't eat the pizza at Emilio's, but whatever. So we go to my brother's place for cards, or if anyone wanted to, which I did. We got to watch the basketball game last night between Brooklyn and Boston, and I'll admit I'm a Kevin Durant fan, but that was just sad. Especially when there were times where Brooklyn really could have come back and won, but yeah, that was not good. I think Boston might just sweep the series. Sorry to say. I mean, obviously I kind of hope I'm wrong about that, but you never know. Let's see, what else happened? We got to watch basketball. We got to spend time all together as a family, and that was really special. Like, just the fact I was with, like, I think of, like, all 24 hours, I'm pretty sure, like, well, I can't really, I think I'll call it. I think I would say about 12 of the possible 24 hours I had yesterday was spent with at least one family, friend, or relative. And you know what? Sometimes one is all you need. Although, at the end of the day, this was about my nephews, whom I love very, very, very much. And the fact I got to be a godfather to just one of them is, already more than what words can describe. I mean, yeah, in a perfect world, I'd be a godfather to all three, but it was my brother's call and my sister-in-law's call, not mine. So whatever they say goes. And I'm okay with that because I love them very much too. So there you go. Well, right now, I think things are just dying down. I'll probably see my nephews a little bit later today. That's going to be fun. Can't wait for that. And for the rest of the day, who knows? Have to play it by ear, I suppose. But whatever it is, I can't wait. Because I get the feeling I think it's going to be a pretty good day today. It's going to be a good week. We're finishing the month of April. I mean, I can almost coast to the rest of this month of April. That's how good I'm feeling. But, stuff can always happen. There's the new One Piece manga chapter coming out today. I'll get to Amphibia later as well. There's a new episode of The Masked Singer this week. So, there's a lot of stuff to take care of this week. But I feel energized and ready to go for it. So, I hope you all liked this video. If you did, please leave a like on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to see more. And No One Said More is coming out. Follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I never use TikTok, but I'm on TikTok. I mentioned Instagram, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Facebook. Obviously, I'm on YouTube. You know that already. And for now, I am very humbled that I had a wonderful day yesterday in which to make this particular video. I am very hopeful that to all my family, friends, and relatives who came for, the baptism yesterday, I hope you arrive to your destination safely, okay? Some people had to leave some people had to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to get on flights that left at 6. That's how crazy it is. I mean, yeah, it was only out in Myra, but still, it's not fun. Not fun at all. And remember, if any of you guys want to, talk or chat, I'm always going to hear to Lenny, or I'll always have her back. Take care and make good choices. Have a nice day.